பொம்பளை அந்த பள்ளிக்கூடத்துக்குள்ளே நுழைய விட
நீ வைக்கிறதா சட்டமா?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, I would like to summarize the whole movie, which is RAATCHASI. This is a movie with a lot of messages. The story is all about the headmistress, Joytika, who acts as a Gitarani, which is a trainer of a new recruit in Indian Army, who is volunteered to become a school headmistress. The majority of the film focuses on how Gitarani tried to transform a failing school into one of the best in the state. She wished to bring a change in a small government school. There is a lot of things to be improved, such as the infrastructure of the school, the student attitudes, the stall who sell the illegal things, and also the attitude of the teachers in that school. Hence, she gradually make a new positive change in that school that turned the place around for good. In this process, she makes a new friends and also have many enemies, including the local MLA of the village. RAATCHASI has a few genuinely inspiring moments. There is also heartwarming father-daughter relationship in this film. RAATCHASI is a worth watching film which every parent and teacher would love to watch, as it has many lessons and also values.
Every scene in RAATCHASI movie can be related to organizational behavior theories or elements. There are positive and negative elements that have been shown in this movie. Firstly, the topic that can be related to this movie is motivational value. Motivation is the process through which goal-oriented activities are initiated, guided and maintained. The level of motivation varies both between individuals and within individuals at different times. In this movie, Gita found out that the main problems that occur among the students at the school is their lack of motivation. They tend to break school rules by not attending the class. However, the teachers also the main problem at the school. This is because they did not teach their students. In fact, they just attend to the school for the sake of money. By using three elements of motivation, which are intensity, direction and persistence, Gita as a headmaster decided not to keep it quiet. Then she advised the student to follow her order, which she must learning at the school. At first, the student was refused to do that. This is because they thought they will get stressed if they started to learn. The bad thought was happened to their parents also, and this does not prevent Gita from continuing to advise them. Finally, the student shows that he was achieved a good result in their examination and get involved in some school activities. This shows that all Gita said became true, which the student got a new skills, learning and giving a contribution to the school. The parents was very proud of him and very thankful to Gita for the advice that she gave. The motivational effect of Gita towards teachers at the school is very impressive. One fine day, Gita asked the teachers to start following their schedule and teach the students. Gita gives them 1 month to study their own subject. This is because majority of the teachers did not have enough knowledge to teach their own subject. One example is the English teacher did not use English language to teach their students. If we let this happen, students will feel difficult to learn English. Day by day, they succeed in learning and start teaching their students. As a result, the majority of students in their school achieve higher scores than before.
Okay, now let's move on to the second point, the positive aspect of the power and also leaderships. In organizational behavior, the management of power refers to the capacity that someone must influence the behavior of others so that they will act according to the instruction or the rule, whether it is good or bad. For example, in this film, Gita is a government school headmaster that brings several changes to her institutions despite facing odds from various quarters. So, Gita used her authorities to run the school. Gita made some new regulations. One of them, she stated that all the students and also teachers must arrive at the school before the bell ring. In this situation, Gita used her authority to state unequivocally that everyone who disagreed the rule and also teachers who were late or didn't join the classroom would be punished or fired immediately. Besides, this is a contrast to the character of Ramalingam. Ramalingam is a local bigwig who operates a private school. He is concerned that the government school would complete him. So this character display the negative aspect of the power and also leadership. For example, along with the local MLA and also other resentful staff, Ramalingam make a plan to get Gita Rani out of school. Due to his disaffections with Gita, Ramalingam had hired some men to warm Gita. These men acted out the bond when they aggressively attacked Gita without feeling guilty during break time while she was eating with some of her students in the classroom. Fortunately, Gita managed to repel back their attack.
Next, the emotions and moods also happen in this movie. Emotions are intense, discrete and short-lived feeling experiences that are often caused by a specific event, while moods are longer-lived and less intense feelings than emotion and often arise without a specific event acting as a stimulus. Emotions and moods have a positive relationship that is interrelated. The basic emotions that always happen in our life are like sadness, jealousy, love, surprise, and many more. We may see someone's emotions through their facial expression, but the researchers say that it has proved difficult to interpret. However, many researchers agree on 6 universal emotions, which are anger, fear, sadness, happiness, disgust, and surprise. Furthermore, there are moral emotions, which means emotions that have moral implication. In this movie, there are too many emotions shown by each character, either in good or bad emotions. One scene that we can see that is related to emotion is when Gita's father has passed away. The emotion that occurs is sadness. Nevertheless, Gita handled the situation wisely. She is still going to school in order to avoid something bad happening at her school and wants to arrange the examination for her students. In addition, research indicates that putting people in a good mood makes good sense. Leaders who focus on inspirational goals generate greater optimism, cooperation, and enthusiasm in employees, leading to more positive social interaction with CO worker and customer. They also can influence people around them. Another good action from Gita is that she does not involve the situation with her work at school. This shows that she was very good at handling her emotions.
Now we go into personality and values. There are a few theories under personality and values, but we will focus only 2, which are the Big 5 personality models and the dark triad. Big 5 personality models consisting of conscientiousness, emotional stability, extraversion, openness to experience, and agreeableness. We will concentrate on conscientiousness, that refers to someone who is responsible, dependable, persistent, and organized, and also extraversion that can be defined as being sociable, gregarious, and assertive in this field. The scene relating to conscientiousness is where Gita Rani as principal feels very aware of the situation and does not simply abdicate her responsibilities. She makes a change not only to the school, where the previous condition was very bad, but also to education to have better learning methods than before. She begins with each teacher who needs to master their subject teaching first within the time frame specified. Besides, she gives her students the opportunity to showcase their talents by providing a Sunday box. On the other hand, she is also an extroverted person who was firm in giving instructions and did not give anyone a chance to take advantage of her. In order to avoid her students buying cigarettes, Gita Rani insisted on warning shopkeepers not to sell cigarettes and tobacco within 500 meters of a school. Besides, she is sociable and gregarious with her students, as she ate with a group of female students and decided to exchange the food they had brought. They also get to know each other and start eating together at break time. This shows that there is no gap between the teacher and students. Other than that, she was also firm in giving lessons to both parents who told that the school was a free place for their son, just because the dad was one of the authorities members. However, she gave advice to the son and managed to change his mind in order to prove that he could be a successful student. The other theory is the dark triad, where it is contrary to the Big 5 personality models in that it contains Machiavellianism, narcissism, and psychopathy, which show the negative nature of human behavior. For example, a man who is a member of the city's legislative assembly, MLA, believes he has unlimited power and that he can do whatever he wants. He stated that his son, who attends this school, simply wishes to be free. However, his definition of freedom resulted in poor behavior, such as skipping classes. Another example of narcissism is when a gang of goons attack Gita Rani on the orders of the elected representative after being incited by a senior assistant out of jealous envy. According to the students' reaction, they have previously visited the school. However, because she previously served in the army, she is able to manage the situation wisely.
Gita Rani is one of our favorite characters because she is a responsible person. Before she comes to the school, as a principal, the condition of the school is in chaos because of other teachers that will not carry out their responsibilities properly. Then, Gita Rani added the quality of teachers by giving them 1 month period for them to change. Besides, Gita Rani also a caring person. Even she is a principal, she does not embarrass being friends with her students. She cares about her students and always give them an advice, so the love in the school do not hassle their future. In addition, Gita Rani also a brave woman as she always faces the troublemaker bravely. She is not afraid with the threat given by her opponent. It shows that Gita Rani is the competent woman and that makes us take her as our favorite character. Next, our favorite character is Madam Sushila. Madam Sushila is the mother of the man that Gita Rani promised to marry. In my opinion, Madam Sushila is a loyal person. She is loyal to the school where she and her husband met. She valued the moment in her life and she refused to move to another school even though she is offered with work promotion plus a salary increment. Her loyalty shown, and that is what a worker needs in oneself in order to be happy in an organization. Besides, Madam Sushila is a hardworking person. Even though the school is not in good management and is managed by the corruptor, she still does her job properly as a teacher and teach her students, and even though that the students in the school are naughty. Madam Sushila worked hard to complete her responsibility as a teacher. In connection to that, it can be seen that Madam Sushila is one of the loving person. It's shown that when Gita Rani lost her father, and Madam Sushila is the one who persuaded Gita Rani. The personality in Madam Sushila is what a worker needs when they are working in organization.
Okay, next we move to the next favorite character, which is Katir. Katir is a cute little boy in a 2nd grade in the school who has a best friend who loves to share everything with him. One day, there is a hit story about the new fierce headmistress that being transferred to their school. Kathir's friends excitedly shared about the fierce headmistress to him that made him scared to meet the teacher face to face. One day, their expectation changed when Kathir fell on the ground. Then quickly Kathir was assisted by the headmistress. This situation made Kathir change his mind as he felt like he's been saved by an angel. Then there is another cute scene from the movie where Kathir adorably proposed to his teacher Gita and asked for her hand in marriage. He innocently asked his teacher that he wanted to marry her. It is clearly said that Kathir is a big fan of his teacher. There is also another scene where Kathir shyly walks up to her teacher and slips a piece of paper drawing his teacher's face. This chemistry between Kathir and his teacher Joyatika did make the story more exciting.
Now, we move to the lesson learned. From the film, we have learned that a person needs to be brave in her life, especially women, so they will not be easily trampled on and will be respected by the people in her surroundings. As an example, Gita Rani. She is a woman that is brave in everything that she does in her life. As a result, she is respected by people around her. For instance, Gita Rani bravely speaks out about the condition of the students in the school to their parents and other villagers so the students could be changed. As a result, the students could pass their exam when their parents themselves do not believe in their child. Additionally, Gita Rani is brave when she asks the person who sells cigarettes and tobacco in front of her school to close his stall and move. It is shown that when we are brave, the people will be scared of us as long as we are in the right place. Even in the first place, the man doesn't want to move, but when Gita Rani is bravely asks him, lastly, the seller followed the Gita Rani's instruction. The second lesson is that we need to unite in everything we do. When Gita Rani is arrested by the police, the society is shown in the movie to be united as proof. Eventually, Gita Rani was released by the police as a result of the society's cooperation with the higher organization. It shows that a unity could lead to a success in things we do. Other than that, when we are united, any challenges faced in organization could be faced easily if we are working. Lastly, the lesson learned from this film RAATCHASI is we need to be confident in our life to move forward to the people around us and not back off, as it will show that we are like a cover. When a problem comes, we must confidently go through it as we know we can face it. In RAATCHASI, the confidence is showed by Gitarani when she confidently burned the bracelet of the students, which represents their belief, even though she knows that it could raise the anger of the believers. However, Gitarani is confident as she knows that she is in her right place. The bracelet is not allowed to bring to the school. Hence, as a student, we should develop this behavior to face any obstacle in the future, such as when we are working in the future. When we enter the organization in the future, we need to be confident because we can attract our boss trust, and it could lead us to a higher job performance with the task given. We need to be confident in our life.